but he is so close. Jason, we're live on Facebook. Can you tell me what you're seeing?
Hey, Jeff, I've got power flashes going on just south of of 635, indicating there is either a tornado or some sort of very strong wind that is occurring down in that area at this time. And again, that's I guess probably 1 to 2 miles south of 635 and just east now of I-35, and I'm fixing to turn that direction.
We do now have a confirmed tornado over Dallas Love Field moving east at 25 miles an hour. So, Mike, I want you to, Mike's in front of it, Jason, so I want Mike, yeah, he's going to pass a little south of it and let it come over him to the, let it go past him to the north as he drops down on the loop. And Jason, you're in good position to come in right behind it over here at Love Field. Let me give everybody a heads up. We have a tornado on the ground near Love Field going to the east at 25 miles an hour. That would put it in Highland Park by 9:19. And Rawlings 9:25. You're getting a little too close there. A little too close there. Jason, stop.
Okay, Jeff, I've got strong north winds on the backside of it. I do have some sort of debris that is littering the ground. It's
I see it.
Big at this time.
Okay.
But very strong northerly wind indicating this tornado is just in front of me. I guess if it's still down within a couple of miles at absolute most.
Yeah, I can confirm that on radar, that we do have it just literally right there in front of you. And I'm going to put in a tighter path in the track of it, because what we're most concerned about is telling everyone ahead of this to get in your safe place. There is a confirmed tornado on the ground headed towards Inwood. It's going to be there in about 8 minutes. Highland Park, 9:21. Rawlings, about 9:29. Richardson, if it holds together, 9:33. But let's just worry about this next 15 minutes. We do have a tornado on the ground near Love Field. The strongest rotation and the debris just north of Love Field, northwest Dallas and Preston Hollow, almost in the direct path. The strongest rotation now approaching the Dallas North Tollway, just a few miles south of 635. And we'll continue to keep your shot. Let's put your shot up, Jason, as well, because Jason is looking north into this storm.
Circulation now, approximately 2 miles east of I-35 on 635, and as you can tell, the rain curtains are really whipping out of the north on the back side of this area of circulation at this time.
Yes, Jason, we see it. And what I meant to say is you were just north of the circulation, and Mike Pendergrass is just south of the circulation. He's going to let it pass right in front of him. He is also trying to get a shot as you are into the storm. We'll probably need a few flashes in order to see anything. Has there been any effort on trying to go onto cover break? Nate?
You good?
Yeah, we're trying to get on air with this tornado on the ground near Love Field now, just to the east of Love Field. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. We're working on efforting that, and here on Facebook Live, we'll be joining you on air as we switch over to that. So we're under a tornado watch at 2 a.m., and for the first time this evening, we are seeing, we want to thank everybody on 21. Sorry to jump in here, but we wanted to warn you of a tornado that has been confirmed near Love Field. Now, as we are live here on 21, you can see the rotation rather clearly off to the east, and that we are getting confirmations of power flashes near North Park Mall. We're getting reports from Jason McLaughlin of power flashes as he looks south into the storm. Mike Pendergrass is getting in position, and if we can take...
That's from Mike.
Yeah, that's from Mike. So Mike is reporting the power flashes. He is seeing it. So let's take, is that Mike's shot? Can you see it? Yeah, okay, we'll get a few flashes there. We can make out some circulation there. Let's try to get Mike on the phone and talk to him. And Jason, have you seen anything at all? I know it's dark and it's very difficult to see anything that's made out here, but are you?
Just right now, the rain, I'm on the backside of the rain curtain. I've had winds in the last, I'd say 20, 30 seconds, probably gusting closer to 50 to 60 out of the north. So I'm really close to the backside, but it's raining so hard, it's obscuring any type of definition of seeing a funnel, of even seeing lightning. I am seeing flashes just off to the north side. It looks like a 635. We're right on 635 there south of Addison. I think probably maybe 2 miles at most in front of me at this time.
Okay, yeah, it's crossed over, it looks like the tollway, and now, headed towards 75. So this is by Meadow Road, Tulane Boulevard over in the Metters area. It's going to cross Highway 289 at Azalea Lane and continue down Tulip Lane as it heads towards Hillcrest here. So this appears to be the circulation crossing the tollway headed towards 75. So as we'll pan out just a little bit further, keep in mind this thing, the last report is that it was moving off to the east. Let me just look at it for the last couple of scans, and it looks like there's just a little bit of a northeast to it, moving at about 25 miles an hour as it heads off. Let me get rid of that one, zoom out a little bit more. So as I zoom out a little bit more, you can make out the circulation even better. Again, this was a confirmed tornado with debris over by Love Field, moving at 25 miles an hour off to the east. As we just show you the main cities in its path, Richardson at 925. Please go to your safe place. Please go to your safe place in Garland and Saxe. You have about a few minutes.
Power flickering now, Jeff. I am south. Well, you see my location on radar. I've got power flickering here on 635.
Put up Jason's shot.
Something happened in the westbound lane, as all traffic there has now stopped. And I think I'm too close. I'm at the tollway. I'm going to go ahead and slow down here and let this move on to the east.
Yeah, I think what you're seeing is the traffic.
Power has now went out in front of me, directly with me right behind the back side of that. Power has now gone out between University Park and the southeast side of Addison. I'm fixing to move into that dark area, but again, power is now out in this area.
Okay, Jason, hold on just a second. We're going to join everybody live on CBS 11. We've been on TV 21 and on Facebook Live. Now we're going to join on CBS 11 as soon as I get a countdown, because we are now on CBS 11. Good evening, everybody. I'm meteorologist Jeff Race. We are breaking into programming because we have a confirmed tornado that has crossed over by Love Field that is now headed towards 75 between the tollway, the Dallas North Tollway 75. Our storm chasers are on both sides of it. Our storm chaser Jason McLaughlin is just to the north of it. Our storm chaser Mike Pendergrass is just to the south of it. I will now circle where we think the tornado is on the ground, headed towards Gifford, headed down Royal Lane. We have seen power flashes. We have seen debris. We have seen all indications of a tornado on the ground, and it is moving east at about 30 miles an hour. Let me zoom out a little bit more and give you a track on this dangerous situation. I need people to take shelter if you are in the path of this tornado. It is moving off now, picking up a little bit of speed. It is going off to the east as we narrow down the list here into the major cities. Heads up into Richardson, University Park. You have just a few minutes to get into your safe space. We have Garland at 9:31, Saxe at 9:39. Again, I need you in your safe location at your home, because we have this tornado that is moving now over 75. We have Mike Pendergrass, who is just to the south of it, looking up into the storm. We have, there he is. Mike, what are you seeing right now?
I'm at 75 in Walnut Hill, and I can see power flashes just a few minutes.
He is seeing power flashes.
35 kind of in that corridor.
Yeah, so Mike is looking right, he is directly looking right north into the tornado, seeing power flashes, an indication that the circulation is still on the ground. So now this has been going on. Yeah, let's take Jason's shot. Jason, what are you looking at right now? Your shot broke out, but tell me what you're looking at.
This tornado, I got a feeling, is less than a mile to my southeast. There was just a huge power flash right here, just I'm right at 75 and 635. The power, as you can tell, just went out, and there's power flashes just to the south of 635. If we watch it, you'll get to see it. And yeah, it's right in front of me, Jeff.
Yeah, and by radar, you're right, Jason. It's not more than a mile from you to the southeast.
Oh, there it is, Jeff.
There it is. I can see it.
Right there.
I can see it. Mike, are you seeing this from the south side, looking up towards the north? Mike, are you still on the phone?
Coming up a hill now.
Okay.
I can see where I can see the wall now. I can see the wall south for sure.
All right, we've got the striation. Yeah, it's just to my southeast, Jeff.
Yes.
Just to this. It has crossed 75, I believe. You show that?
Yes,
Confirm that?
it has now passed 75, heading down Whitehurst and Forest Lane.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
So-
I am, this is 75 over top, so power is completely out here in the city. I am nearing Greenville Avenue.
Okay. Yeah, so we can see it there. Hold on just a second, Jason. Mike Pendergrass, our storm chaser, has put himself in perfect position as well. Mike, what are you seeing right now?
I'm at 75 in Meadow. I'm on the service road. All the lights are out right here. I can see the wall cloud. I just saw another power flash just to my north. I'm coming up towards Royal, and I can tell. I can't see the tornado because of the buildings, but I can tell that that's where it would be. It's just to my north.
Okay, yes. Thank you for that report, Mike. You've put yourself in perfect position, as so has Jason McLaughlin. They're on both sides of this tornado on the ground. It is headed towards southern part of Richardson. It is headed towards Garland. Please seek your safe spot right now as this is approaching off to the east, moving off to the east at about 30 miles an hour. White Rock 926, Garland 930, Centerville 933. That's only less than 15 minutes of reaction time.
Jeff, do I have you?
Yeah, go ahead, Jason.
Hey, where am I at on radar in respect to this thing?
It has dogleg just a little bit up towards the northeast on you. You need to stop. You need to stop and let it.
I've got debris. Here it is. It's
Yeah.
here, Jeff.
Yeah, you were so close to it, Jason. It is now over by.
Here it is, Jeff. It's here.
Yeah, you are.
Stay with me. The tornado is just to
There
my
it is.
south. It's not over me. Here it is, tornado.
There it is, the tornado on the ground. We're watching live shot from Jason McLaughlin of the debris from this tornado as it is crossing over by the freeway near Greenville Avenue, moving off to the east. Traffic still on the road there. Everybody needs to pull over, and we're watching this tornado pass over Jason's location's actually just in front of him as it's moving over. Mike is now coming up from the south. He's going to come up and get behind the circulation.
Coming, Jeff. Hey, Jeff, it's wobbled. It's wobbled back to the northwest just a little bit.
Yes, it has.
Oh, there it is.
Yes, it has.
Oh, no. It's just to my north now. It's on right over 635, and traffic is coming in both directions at this. There's debris filling the sky. Oh, no, Jeff. No, here it comes. There it is, Jeff. It's in front. Oh, no. It's passing 635.
It's going right over 635 right now. There we are. There is a tornado on the ground crossing the interstate. Jason, you got so close to it.
Okay. Oh, goodness. It's a big tornado, Jeff.
Jason,
It's a big tornado.
I need you to try to pass a little bit to the southeast if you dare. I'll be reporting.
It's now past. It's gone. I can't get
Okay.
it went right over 635, and it's moving north, Jeff.
Yes, okay. We're seeing now on the delay, Jason, that it basically moved almost right over you. So as I zoom down on the radar.
Within 1 mile.
Yeah, Yeah, I can see that now on the radar. You're right. It
And
took
I'm
a
gonna go
little.
in and,
It took
all right.
a little jog to the northwest as it
Yeah,
was
it
headed
did.
towards you. Mike is right behind it. Let me put a track on it with this new destination that is taken a little bit now more to the northeast. So I'm going to put it at about 30 miles an hour as a destination. Let's do the fan out a little bit narrower, that in the base a little bit narrow as well. A tornado on the ground near Richardson, headed off to the east-northeast at 30 miles an hour. There are some arrival times for you. We'll skinny down the list to the bigger cities. Garland, 9:33. You have basically 9 minutes to get into shelter. Saxe, 9:39. Murphy, 9:40. You are in the path of an approaching tornado on the ground that is moving across Richardson right now. As it is
Oh, no.
cross 635, you can see all the traffic and all the debris that has caused with the tornado moving over the highway there. There's
Oh, no.
8 lanes in both directions, plus the tollway. We are seeing damage, car damage. I think that Jason is showing us right now that is on the inside lane at 635 there near the bridge. And
Hey, Jeff, the tornado, if you're still with me, Jeff, tornado sitting just north of 635. It's less than a mile away from me.
I can
just to my north, I'm going to pull it back. Oh, and we've got more damage there as well.
there
It's a
it
bad
is.
situation, but that is the tornado right there.
I'm going to circle it on the radar that what Jason is seeing. Jason is right here on the interstate. It is just to the north of him now. It's crossing Greenville Avenue now. It is going to be in Richardson. It is going to cross Plano Road near Richardson and in the Baltimore Centennial Boulevard area. This is where the tornado will be in just a few minutes as it continues to move off to the east-northeast over by Birch Lane, Walnut Street, and Centennial Boulevard. Jason McLaughlin, our storm chaser, is looking at it. He is still in the debris field in the wake of it, and we have seen damage of this tornado, from this tornado, as it continues to head here across Dallas County. The warning continues until 10. The tornado can be seen still clearly on radar.
Are you okay?
You see the damage by the truck hit by a tornado winds. He's waving that he's
Are you
okay.
okay?
Yeah, we're getting the thumbs up from him. Thank goodness.
Oh.
There's going to be a lot of damage like this up and down 635. As you can see, there is a lot of debris as well as cars off to the side. He is in the path of this tornado as it crossed over, and now this tornado over by Greenfield Avenue, Walnut Street, and headed into Richardson. If you live in the city of Richardson in Dallas County, I need you to take shelter immediately. We have a tornado
Stay
that
east
is.
with this or back off?
Jason, I think what you're going to need to do is if you can get on South Greenville Avenue, try to follow it to the northeast if you can. And Mike, you're kind of in that same position. Let's try to stay behind it and follow the damage trail from this tornado. It looks like it's reorganizing. It's hard to tell now on the signature. Let's wait for the latest signature of it and see what it's doing this moment. We'll change it over to relative velocity. We're still seeing a circulation now south of Walnut Street. Mike, I'm looking at your shot to see what's going on there. Let's get Mike Pendergrass, our storm chaser, back on the phone. And Mike, it looks like this tornado might have loosened and then is kind of redeveloping a little further to the south. It's hard to tell. Mike?
Okay, I'm on 4th Lane just north at 635. I'm not seeing power flashes at the moment, but I can still see it on radar, and there's a lot of power out just on the south side of 635 as well.
Yeah, okay. So we're south of 635 on 30. What road are you on right now, Mike?
I'm on north of 635 on Forest.
Yeah, okay.
Or
So
I guess west. 635 on Forest.
you're on Forest Lane. I see you now. Okay.
Yeah.
And Jason, what's your current location?
635 and Gilman.
Okay. Yeah, you're
Actually,
approaching Skinner.
hold on a second. There's a tornado. Tornado on camera, Jeff. There it is.
I'm seeing it off to your left. It's hard to make out, of course, because of
There's
the
a
darkness.
big white funnel.
Okay.
There it is, pretty clearly right now.
It is moving towards Walnut Street and Plano Road, just to the north of Forest Lane. That's where Mike Pendergrass, he's on Forest Lane, looking again just to the north into the circulation. Jason is also now off to the south. There's our latest information on velocity. Of course, again, what we always look for is where the greens are right next to the reds. The circulation looks a little broader now, Jason and Mike. It looks.
No, I've got a very defined tornado.
Yes.
I zoomed in. We should see it better now.
Yeah,
There it is.
I think it's bigger now. I think that's what's
It's,
going on.
It's getting bigger. I think a satellite tornado, Jeff. I do not think that is actually the main mesocyclone. I do believe that is, when I say satellite, that's a second tornado.
I think you're
just
right.
off to the southeast.
And look at that, Mike, Jason, just as you say that, we get the latest velocity data that shows that a circulation that is now down to the southeast of Garland, and then this other one that's over by Richardson that you are looking at. So there is a possibility of two circulations now. We'll zoom out. We do have tornado warnings that are out on this storm till 9:30, and now a new one that's out till 10 o'clock that includes parts of Collin County, southern Collin County. And Jason and Mike are kind of now split in between two circulations. This circulation up towards the north, this one I'm putting an X on, this is the one we know was a tornado and has been a tornado on the ground.
There it is. Give me 1 second there.
There,
It is
we
starting
can
to
see it.
roll out now.
Yeah, we can see it now. We can see that. This is a common occurrence that when you start seeing a second circulation, the one to the south will kind of take over. This one, is, as Jason was saying, was roping out. Jason, you're looking just north, right? This is.
I am. It has now dissipated, but if you'll look right there, here is a new area that is forming pretty quickly, too. So we
Yes.
could have a decent, potential of another tornado in that location here shortly.
So what Jason is saying is that the one that we were tracking on the ground weakened. A new one is forming literally right next to it to its southeast. The one in Garland seems to, here in the last one, kind of lost some of its rotation. Perhaps that energy now going towards this circulation. Let's zoom in a little bit closer while we're waiting for ground truth. This is over between Centennial Boulevard and Walnut Street, approaching Plano Road and Baltimore Drive and North Jupiter Road. You're in the path of this as it is continuing to head right down Buckingham Road and the Plano Road intersection. This is just to the south of East Beltline Road, where it crosses over by Plano Road. This is a circulation that's being picked up by a radar, and that we have our people on looking at it. Mike's going to get into reposition here and try to follow it as Jason finds himself into position on this circulation as well. Let us treat it like a tornado, because that's what they have been. They have been moving off to the northeast at about 25 miles an hour. Let me redo that as I zoom out a little bit. And now this rotation is becoming a little bit clearer. As we track it out at that 30 miles an hour, you can see that Richardson, it is on top of you, and Garland at 9:36. We have this tornado approaching you from the west,